In nightlife, reputation can open doors or close them just as quickly. Eric Russ, security professional and new owner of the Dallas nightclub Tkila's, is stepping into a role that puts him right in the center of the Black LGBTQ community. But with visibility comes scrutiny. In this special conversation, I sit down with Russ to discuss leadership, perception, and how personal choices can shape professional legacy. Because when the music stops and the door closes, the real conversations begin. This is when the club closes. Oh, what's up, everybody? It's Ressie G, not Cardi B, but I still get to the money. Oh, and baby, we are sitting down for a very, very special conversation. I hope that you guys are able to see us live on Facebook as well as the ReVoyce YouTube channel. We definitely are going to get into some things. If you are local to Dallas and you know what has been going on around these here Dallas streets, and we are going to have the man of the hour come up and have some conversations. Now, I want to start and preface this. This is not for a debate. This is not a thing where me and him are going to go back and forth, because I don't have a dog in this fight. The dog that I have in this fight is making sure that the community is lifting up the community. Okay. So I want to go ahead and bring in the man of the hour, the man that has apparently caused a lot of ruckus in these Dallas streets, Mr. Eric Russ. Y'all welcome him. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh,
How art thou?
pretty good. I don't think you're live on Facebook yet.
What what is going on? Why does it say I'm not live on Facebook? Because I see it live on Facebook. Well, let's see. Let's work on that. But take a quick pause. I'm gonna run the intro back, and then I'm gonna come back. Let me try and work on that. So let's bring you down. Technical difficulty, y'all. Let's run the intro back and give me a little time to work out this kink, and we will be right back. Okay. Well, maybe, maybe not. Is it gonna do it? Well, is it not doing it? One moment. In nightlife, reputation can open doors or close them just as quickly. Eric Russ, security professional and new owner of the Dallas nightclub Tkila's, is stepping into a role that puts him right in the center of the Black LGBTQ community. But with visibility comes scrutiny. In this special conversation, I sit down with Russ to discuss leadership, perception, and how personal choices can shape professional legacy. Because when the music stops and the door closes, the real conversations begin. This is when the club closes. All right, you guys, my bad. So we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we are here and we should be live on Facebook now. Sorry about that. But I am going to go ahead and bring up the man of the hour so we can get this conversation started and dive into it. Like I said before, y'all saw it on YouTube, and I'm going to say it again right here on Facebook. This is not a time for a debate. We are just going to debunk some things. I'm going to ask some very tough questions. Eric has not seen these questions, but y'all know I am a classy woman with my fro, and we are going to make this as good of a live as possible to get some things out there. Okay. All right. So I am going to add again Eric Russ to the live. Hey.
Hello again.
Hello again. I don't know what was happening. The devil was busy. Okay. The devil was trying to get you. The devil was trying to get you. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that, you know, when you reached out and you wanted to do this or have this conversation, what your intentions were. So tell the people, the viewers, what your intentions were with actually having this conversation.
Well, my intentions were to spread visibility to the club, but also spread out this is a safe space. And it's powered by Black people. It's powered by Latino people. Hell, we're about to bring on an Asian person. It's powered by a variety of people that support the variety of our people, the LGBTQ.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else? I mean, I know there's been a lot of things, a lot of rumors. I know that you just said you wanted to, you know, make sure that people know about the space and actually bring some visibility. But in that vein, what do you have to say to that?
I would love to address the rumors to make sure people know that this is a new establishment now and a new ownership. But we're coming in with clean feelings, coming in with great feelings, no hostility at all, coming from
Gotcha.
top to bottom.
Okay, come on, tops and bottoms. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So, for viewers who may only know your name in the nightlife, and that conversation surrounding your name has only been linked to Eric the Professional, why should people trust you to lead this space or this new space, Tkilaz?
Well, I'm going to say look through my longevity. So with my other businesses, Texas Tactical has been open since 2021. Yes, it goes through its issues, small business issues, but we're still here. With the club, I would say is not don't only just trust me, trust the team. We have members of the old ownership leadership team still here, and I've brought on great people to add on to the team that brings great leadership and advice to the club. So that's why I say don't just trust me when it comes to this club, trust the team.
Okay. So some people in the community will say that you built your reputation in security and not nightlife management, excuse me. What would you say to those who question that experience and translating that into running a nightclub? What would you say to those people in the community?
Trust the process. I'm a student. I'm learning every day. The people, that's why I say it's a team. So the people here are the people who's been in the nightlife for years. They know the ins and outs. Hell, I still talk to the old owner for advice, for mentorship. And then I have the managers here. They've been in business, big club business for almost 30 years. Now, when it comes to back office, the actual operation on paper, that's where my experience lies. So I tell people all the time, because other club owners, massive promoters that come in, give advice, I tell them every time, tell me if you see something that you think should be fixed, or if you see something that you believe could be better, let me know.
Hmm.
I learn something new almost every day when it comes to club life.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So for clarity, you are open to critique. You are not against people critiquing what's going on and how it's going, just respectfully. And in addition to that, you do have people in your web, in your company web, that have the experience that you may lack when it comes down to this particular area.
Of course.
Cool. Okay, so that's to the people that say that he ain't got the experience, y'all. Y'all go ahead. Y'all heard it. It was clear. It was concise. That's what it was. Okay. When the news broke that you were taking over Tequila's, reactions online were mixed. Some people celebrated it, while others immediately started asking questions. What do you think those reactions say about how you're perceived in the community?
So it goes back into the history of the community with myself. So
Hmm.
when I started, it goes back to Texas Tactical. When I started Texas Tactical, it was severely small. Then the company grew. So I tried to connect with people to do certain things in the community to show, hey, I'm here. I'm not from Dallas, but I'm here now. So
Hmm.
it's just doing certain things and being in certain circles um, would just create the light that I needed to follow and also create the steps for me to follow in the future. Now,
Hmm.
with the mixed reactions, some people are angry, and with me
Mm.
being the owner, due to the fact that what's the best word to say it? The
Just say it.
unsuspected. You can say it could be fall on the jealousy, and also be fall on the under gates being kept closed. So the reason
Hmm.
why I did this was to open the gates, and I believe I have. And the ones that like to keep the gate closed, those are the ones I kept. They got angry with me. But even
Mm.
over time, just in the last week or two, some of the people that was angry with me buying the club or even announcing it are now even
Mhm.
apologizing to me, and now we're forming new bridges. Yes.
Not reconciliation is the word of the week. I love to
Hmm.
hear that. So to be very, very clear, you do understand the the task set at hand. You understand what journey this is going to be, this new journey. But like you have said before, you've said it online, you just said it a few moments ago. The intention of being over this club is to bring a safe space to the community.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. So there are people who feel that tequilas really needed a reset after the previous era, the previous ownership. Others feel the club already had a strong identity, and that may be people outside of the community. When you stepped in, what did you think needed to be changed, and what did you think needed to stay the same with the club?
So you said a keyword, identity. So the club has been here for years under different names. It started off as Magnum, then it turned into Vegas, and now it's Tequilas, if I'm
Hmm.
correct. I purchased it
Hmm.
under the name DBA Tequilas.
Hmm.
When it comes to identity, the club was mostly just to one demographic,
Hmm.
and you will see maybe one day a week where you see our people come in. But in my eyes, I'm saying if you guys going to cater to us,
Hmm.
enjoy us, cherish us, make
Right.
us feel good. So I'm like, that's what I need to change. I want the club to be more open to my black people. I'm not scared to say it. I want my
Right.
black people to say, hey, they have more options. They have options to go in
Yeah.
different spaces. They have options to be on different stages here in DFW. The
Hmm.
next thing will be is the what needs to change is the outlook of our people that work here. I made sure that we
Mm.
have diverse staff now. We're at almost 50% African American.
Hmm.
I want to say a good 25% Asian, and then the rest is Latino to create that vibe. So when people step into my doors, they see us. Everybody see
Hmm.
themselves, but they also gonna have a
Hmm.
great time with everyone else as well inside the club.
And also, even to that, you're creating an opportunity for someone that looks like us to come and get a job too, if you're qualified. Just want to put that out there because there's a lot of people in the city who don't do that. Just saying. We're not gonna name names, but you know who you are. Critics sometimes say that when you're running a nightlife business, your personal image becomes part of the brand, whether you want it to or not. Do you agree with that?
Yes. When
Mhm,
I finally announced well, let me say, when I publicly announced that I own Tkila, um, my personal life, as in what I do on a daily basis or who I support, even my political side, has been coming to the light. I've had city
mhm,
council members reach out. We had a state rep that reached out just to see how I feel when it comes to certain laws concerning LGBTQ, who we will support, who we will sponsor. And I'm learning that no matter what you do, there's a camera. So
yeah.
yes, the personal life is
Yeah.
going to become public with this nightclub. I'm learning.
Mhm. Some people in the community believe owners should move differently in the public eye. And I think that even goes to like people over public health organizations, nonprofits, and those things, because their behavior reflects the establishment. Do you think that exceptions are fair or unrealistic in that?
Both. So owning a
Mhm,
business, anyone can own a business. Yes, you expect that person to carry themselves in a higher standard, but they're still human. When it comes to me myself, I already own a business
mhm,
with Texas Tactical. I do security.
mhm,
People expect me not to get in trouble. I did get in some trouble, but I won that case. But people at people see you as the person to always take the high road, not
mhm.
realizing you're still a person.
True.
So is the when you want someone to uphold that, you do hold them
Mhm,
to that higher standard, but also take into matter of fact, they have emotions too. They have a life as well outside of that business. They have a personal
mhm,
life outside that business. So
mhm.
that's my answer to that.
Yeah. And I agree. I think that people should definitely consider when you are running a business, especially when it's community facing, that you understand we're still people, we still have our lives, we still want to go and do different things. We want to turn up just as much as everybody else. Which brings me to my next segment, when we speak to your character in particular. So, in the community, as connected or as disjointed as it may be here in Dallas, the Black LGBT community scene, people tend to form strong opinions about public figures. I've had so many opinions about me since I moved here in 2016 and started doing the work in 2017. So I definitely understand. What do you think the perception of Eric Russ is right now in the community?
Right. Oh, it's a lot of words. The biggest
Hmm.
word is liar.
Hmm.
The next biggest word is hater or the fraud. I actually get some people who say I'm great, or some people tell me to keep pushing.
Hmm.
Um, in this community, I've learned in DFW, we're not together. In the Black gay community, we're not together.
Hmm.
Um, to be fairly honest, we need someone to step up to honestly to pull all of us together. Like for
Yeah.
example, when it comes to clubs, each club has their own activities. But if an activity is similar to a different club activity, some people outside of that club get angry. Why are you
Hmm.
doing this? Why are you doing that? Why not do it? It's a
Right.
separate establishment, it's a separate entity. We want to build is just as well as someone else. But in
True.
this community, which I hate to say it, we're tearing each other down. And
Hmm.
I really don't understand that.
Yeah.
Rumors pass so easily in the DFW community, but when the facts come out, then it's more anger. Instead of acceptance, is denial. And I hate
Yeah.
that part. But I hope it gets better in coming soon. I hope.
And in that same vein, with the things that you've heard about yourself, the adjectives that have been pouring out here lately since you've actually took ownership of the club, there have been a lot of people who say that they like you personally, but then when it comes down to your leadership, they question it. And to me, it seems like they don't apply the leadership that you have had with Texas Tactical to this particular realm, which is understandable, but I see both sides. When you hear that kind of feedback, how do you process it as a person?
I process in a positive way. I'm new to this.
Mm-hmm.
I tell everybody I am brand new to a nightclub. This is my first nightclub I ever purchased, and this nightclub will be here to stay. But for it to be
Mm-hmm.
here to stay, I have to learn. Everyone here that works with me in this team teaches me every day. A bartender, one of the managers, a doorman, a security who work every day at this club. I learn from them every day. They tell me all the time I'm green.
Mm.
So when people say they're questioning my leadership in the nightclub, please question it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find the answer to your question, come tell me the answer. Okay, it may be
Mm-hmm.
something I need to know, maybe something I need to learn. I'm an
Yeah.
open book.
Yeah. So some critics in the community would say that personal choices sometimes blur the lines between the private life and the professional life. There was a situation with a community member, everybody knows about it. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole, where there was a lot of things said, a lot of allegations made on that particular live. And with that happening, I personally behind the scenes expressed to you how I felt about it and how shaky it made me to even want to move forward with doing business, because we've done business several times.
Numerous.
When you okay, and everybody listen, he done got paid. He showed up and did his job with Ressie G.
That's
Okay.
it.
Just want to put that out there. Um, when you look at the lines between that private and professional life, and people will critique you based on something that you said or something that's been put out about you, do you think that those lines get blurred? Or do you think it's okay for those lines to get blurred? Do you think it's unfair for those lines to get blurred? What's your thought with that?
By far, all of it. So
Mm-hmm.
with the lines, people have to understand that I'm still a person, like I stated
Mm-hmm.
before. Now, in my personal life, yes, I have my own social media. I have fun. I will take time away from the company. Now, I tell
Mm-hmm.
people all the time, if you want to know where my company stands, watch the
Mm-hmm.
social media or ask me for a professional statement, I'll give it to you. Now,
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 hours later, I may be in pajamas smoking a hookah, watching Disney, having a blast. But it's something
Yeah.
totally different than the image people want me to have. So
Mm-hmm.
people expect my image to be, what's the word? This suit and tie 24/7. That's not going to
Mm-hmm.
happen. That's not going to happen at all. And I'll tell you that now. I'm going to have fun. I have my emotions. I have my personal stuff going on, but the company is still here. The club is still here, and we're going to do
Mm-hmm.
just that. Now, if I messed up somewhere, tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open to that. I have almost 5 different mentors, and hell, at this point, you could say everybody part of my team is a mentor at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm sit down and listen.
So when you see criticism like that online, and then you hear it around the scene when you go out and have a good time, how do you decide on what criticism is worth listening to and what's not?
Well, I look at the person who's speaking it. If
Okay.
it's a person that I can honestly say know what they're speaking on, they stand by it, practice what you
Mm-hmm.
preach, I will listen to it. Some people, hey, I see posts about me all the time. The most recent post I saw, Eric Russ need to stop lying about owning the club. But the
Mm.
person I see that made the post, you don't even own a business.
Mm.
I tell people, like, for example, matter of fact, perfect example. Here at my own team, I sat everybody down individually and I sat them down as a team. Showed them the
Mm-hmm.
paperwork, showed them the proof from the old owner, the signatures, everything has been done,
Mm-hmm.
showing that I am the owner of this bar. My team, I owe that to them because they're here under me. And I don't want them to be here in Lululand wondering what's going on. My team is well aware, hey, this is what's going on, this is what we got, let's build, let's have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but people criticism, don't get me wrong, I read everything. And if I don't see it, people gonna send it to me and ask me how I feel about it. Sometimes my feelings do get hurt from it, but I learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I build
Yeah.
on top of it. Some criticism, to be honest, there's a man that's from Houston that makes a post about me every other day. And to be honest,
Mm.
he gets, yes, my picture be under the post and everything. It's some nasty
Not your
posts.
picture.
but it's good information. Like one time he even said, do y'all even cover your bottles up at night when the club closes? We do, but thank you for reminding me. Stuff like that I would love to see. It keeps me on my toes. So
Yeah.
I welcome all
Yeah.
criticism, positive and negative.
So looking at your journey so far with tequilas, there have been moments that other people will perceive as missteps. And people think that maybe you shouldn't have said something or you shouldn't have reacted to something. Has there ever been something or a situation that you think maybe I could have handled that differently so far?
Yes, numerous times. Tamika will tell me all the time, Eric, you wearing your heart on your shoulders, or my
Hmm.
emotions leading my response. I'm learning when it comes to the nightlife, your response means everything, and how you
Hmm.
handle it afterwards means even more. A good
Right.
situation. Let me see. When we announced we had a departure, when I took over, there was a massive departure from this club for one of the shows on
Hmm.
Sunday, and
Hmm.
people assumed the club was closed. People assumed there won't be any more shows. People assumed this will be just a white and Latino club.
Hmm.
So my biggest thing was that was the narrative we have to fight. I made a post announcing the show is coming back. We welcome the new show director. Come say hello to her, things like that. People perceive that to be in spite of the departure of the other show director.
Hmm.
When in all actuality, we love them. We
Yeah.
have no hatred against anyone. Now, the way I possibly should have had it is possibly have the show director make the announcement, and it probably came off to the public maybe easier. So I learned
Hmm.
that. I think that was the biggest piece of drama that we've had here. The next thing would be I'm sorry, you're about to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about your responses to the lives that happened? Do you regret anything that you said in those responses?
Um, we would have to get there was numerous lives, so I would need to know which
Hmm.
conversation you're
Okay.
asking
We're going to pass on that. We're not going to dive into that
about. Okay.
because it's not about that, but it's more about you. And I want to make sure that I don't hold you up and get to some questions that I really feel like the people want to know. Now I want to talk about the community. So people view tequila simply as a nightclub, but others view it as a cultural space within the Black LGBT community here in Dallas. When you took ownership, how seriously did you take that responsibility?
Severely. Um, this is going to be a place where people are able to drink, have fun, and dance. My
Hmm.
first step was safety. Make sure we had the right amount of security. Make sure the security is welcome. We work with DPD. If DPD think
Hmm.
we're going to be overstaffed, we tell them, come on in, come sit in the parking lot. That was my first step. The next one is when it comes to the culture, make sure we had a black DJ, Latino DJ. Make sure we had a white DJ, drag DJ. Everything that's in our community, we want to make sure we are able to provide that for the community.
Hmm.
And also, we want to make sure the community feel appreciated here. So we do a lot of activities here that's free for the community. Like this upcoming Saturday, well, I'm sorry, this upcoming Tuesday is the step show. We
Hmm.
want the community to participate. It's $4,000 given away. This upcoming
Yeah.
Saturday is the crawfish boil. We have the Mr. and Miss Tkila where we're giving away $8,000.
Hmm.
I want the community to know that we are here for them, but we also need them to survive. So we
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. So I want to ask a point blank period question because there are people watching here on YouTube and there are people watching on Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in for this conversation. Point blank period. Who is the owner of Tequilas?
I am the owner of Tequilas, and if you have any questions about it, you're more than welcome to sit here with me, and we can show you the paperwork that's signed and notarized. Now, granted, I
Period.
ain't updated all the paperwork and all the other systems, but everything that has to been done has been done.
Because there definitely have been people who said, you're not the owner of tequilas. You're just, a front man. You're just a manager of it. You're not the owner. What do you have, if anything, to say to those people?
Come talk to the team. Every one of our team members have seen the paperwork. Every one of team members have
Mhm.
seen the old owner. The old owner still comes in and have a great time. I tell him all the time, come chill with us, because he brings
Mhm.
me more information, more advice. We have weekly meetings where he still sits in on the meetings, and I enjoy his mentorship because I'm still learning. When people believe that I'm the front man, It's the narrative what people see in most clubs because we don't have too many black-owned clubs. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
reality that we're not used to, and that's something I had to accept. It hurts when people say that I'm just a manager. It does hurt, but
Yeah.
I understand where people are coming from. It's not something we usually see in the DFW community. So
Mm-hmm.
with that, it's the communication. And we're transparent. If you really want to come up here and see, come on and have a good time. Come sit down
Mm-hmm.
with me. I always sit in my corner with my hookah and a Long Island. Come talk
Yeah.
to me. And if you have any,
And
I'm sorry.
there I don't mean to cut you off, but there was also several conversations surrounding other clubs that these conversations, I wasn't there, so they're all alleged because I wasn't there. I'm just saying. But I do want to ask you two questions in particular. There were
Okay.
conversations surrounding in June back in 2025. There was alleged conversations that you had bought the club Lava. Is that true?
I never purchased the Club Lava. I do have business with Lava, but I am not the owner.
Okay. Then we want to trickle over onto Pinkies. People say that there was alleged that you had said that you were an investor in Pinkies, which formerly was Mr. Minster. What is that true?
That is not true at all.
Y'all heard it here, point blank, period. This man just said it. There should be no more questions about it, y'all. Just putting that out there.
Amen.
So, whether you claim the title or not, some people believe club owners in this scene end up becoming community figures, community leaders. Do you feel prepared for that kind of scrutiny that comes with that title?
Prepared, yes and no. So try. I don't use the word pillar too much, but
Hmm.
I want to become one in the future.
Hmm.
What I do is I sit back and I do speak my mind.
Hmm.
I'll tell people it quick in any meeting. I'm a black sheep. If I see the masses fall in a direction I don't agree with, I'm not going to agree with you, and I'm gonna let you know. Um, with the following I have, I will speak my mind, or if I see a decision that has to be made, I will make it. If you
Yeah.
don't agree with it, that's life. But the scrutiny that comes with it, yes and no, because it's
Hmm.
positive and negative scrutiny, in my opinion. Like,
Why?
say, I'm sorry.
Why do you feel like you're the black sheep? I guess within the community. I mean, because to my knowledge, no other black gay professional owns a security company that actually works with the clubs and on the gay strip. So why do you feel? Do you still feel like the black sheep in that space? Do you feel like the underdog in that space?
Actually, there is other companies. They're not as
Oh.
public as the company, but there are. Other
Hmm.
establishments do have other black gay-owned businesses that provide security services in Dallas,
Mm.
Texas. So I have to make sure I say that. When it comes to the underdog being in security, we are an underdog, but we're pushing every day. My company isn't
Hmm.
the biggest, but I make sure we look good. I make sure that we're paid. I make sure that we're taken care of. Now, I want us
Hmm.
to grow. My plan next 5 years is not to be the underdog anymore, but this time we are. That was the first part of your question. I forgot the second part. Forget. Help me.
Yeah, no, I was just saying if why would you considering you are running a business, why you feel like the underdog or the black sheep, but I mean you covered that for sure. So speaking of community leaders, community pillars, it was definitely public that you were diligently working with one of the pillars of the community, Miss Wanda. Can you say or share as much as you would like about what happened with the collaboration between you two, and are you guys still on good terms?
Okay, so well, I got introduced to Wanda when I first moved here. I
Hmm.
love her work. I love her artistry. I love what she stands for. I did start working with the Wanda Show here at Tkila. Maybe it's possibly almost a year now as a, I want to say as a promoter and also a supporter of the show. Um, Wanda and I wouldn't say not on good terms, but we don't speak at this current moment. Would I love to have a conversation with Wanda? Yes. My biggest
Okay.
thing I want Wanda to know from Tequilas and also myself, we do miss you, we love you, and we will support you any way we can. There is no
Hmm.
hostility over here. It's the
Hmm.
absence of conversations from me and Wanda directly that caused so much drama. There was so much
Mm.
drama and rumors. Hell, I was on a phone call with a person, not he didn't even realize he was talking to me, telling me about a rumor about me. Oh, Eric said this, Eric said that. I'm like, well, damn, what else Eric say? I'm Eric. So I'm just like, I tell people all the time, if you want to know what Eric wants, how Eric feels, come talk to
Mm-hmm.
Eric. There's so many rumors that I have to kill almost every week. And my friends
Mm-hmm.
kill, my team kills. There is no hostility. If Wanda walked through my doors right now, I'm going to give her a hug. Hey, come have a seat. Come have a drink with me. Come have a good
Mm-hmm.
time. There is no
Mm-hmm.
hostility. So it's just, I just wish our community just stopped trying to tear itself down. Because
Yeah.
Wanda is the person
So
with tequilas.
So when so with that statement right there, there are people watching that are connected to Miss Wanda, that work with Miss Wanda. We love Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda has done some amazing things for me.
Dearly.
I want y'all to make sure that it is marked and etched in everybody's brain that he just said. In essence, there's no hostility, there's no animosity as it pertains to Tequilas and Eric Russ against Miss Wanda.
Can I
Follow-up
add?
question. Are you Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I want to add something. This was something else that brought up when we brought our show. Our show is at the same time as one at a different establishment. I want
Mhm,
people to understand we are at different establishments. There was a lot of scrutiny and controversy over the fact that Tequila still has a show on Sunday. Tequila's has a show at 8 p.m.
mhm,
There's almost 7 other shows, white, black, and Latino, going on at the same time on a Sunday. Yes,
mhm,
Miss Wanda has a show at the same time, but we wish her much success and we wish ourselves. There's over 1 million people in the city. Plenty of
mhm.
people to go sit down somewhere. Are we in competition? Business to business? Essentially, yes. But do we wish her the best? Also, yes. I wanted to make sure I clear that part up too.
If there's someone watching right now that is directly connected to Miss Wanda and could deliver a message to her, would you be open to having a conversation with her?
Yes, I've actually tried to reach out numerous times through proxy myself. We would love to have a sit down with Miss Wanda and just let her know, baby, we do miss you. We appreciate everything you've done this bar. Miss Wanda was the pillar that kept Tequilas open within the last year and a half. She
Mhm,
was that one event, the black event that was here that brought the money into this establishment. So it
mhm,
would be stupid of me to say we don't love you. It would be stupid of me to say F Miss Wanda. No, Miss
mhm,
Wanda did a lot for Tequilas. I've witnessed
mhm.
it.
Yeah.
So to say anything outside of the fact that we appreciate her, even in her absence here, you set something forward for us. Even with me
Mhm.
being the new owner of the club, and that's how I feel with it.
Yeah. And I hear a lot of we. So you in particular, are you, Eric Russ, open to having a conversation with Miss Wanda? You one on one.
Hell yeah, I would
All
love
right.
that. Hmm.
Okay. So trickling over to another pillar, there has been a lot of controversy around you having events the same nights over at Marty's. And I don't know if it was before then or if it's current or whatever. There was like this disconnect that happened between you and Rude Boy. As of today, have you all had a conversation to fix whatever the problem is? Are you open to having a conversation? What could you say to that particular issue, if
Me
it's
and
still
Rude
an issue?
It's not an issue. Me and Rude Boy talk
Okay.
almost 3 to 4 times a week. It was what started the disconnect with me and Marty's when I joined the Tequila's cat, not the cast, but the team for Miss Wanda. I made a post saying come to the headquarters. Now I have
Mhm,
not been to Marty's in about 6 7 years due to a prior issue. And that post triggered Rude Boy, which I do understand. So I wasn't following him on social media at the time, and I don't follow Marty's on social media at the time. Marty's used the
mhm,
word headquarters a lot, which I give them
mhm,
that respect. Marty's been here the longest. They support our black people. They support the LGBTQ crowd. I understand that. When I made the post, it created a lot of conflict. But me and
mhm,
Rude Boy have sat down since then, a long time ago, and has been. I wouldn't say we the best of buds, but I can
mhm.
say something is growing from it where I can call Rude Boy and say, "Hey, let's go out to eat. Let's chill."
Okay.
Um, it's like I said, it's the absence of that going public. Me and Rude
Yeah.
Boys is never in public just saying, "Hey, we're great, we're good," but people use that absence of not being public to start more rumors. Not knowing, I make sure even events I host, I always talk to Rude Boy first. Hey, do y'all have an event on this day? Hey, can you help us promote? What can we do to help y'all? It's a collaboration. Even though we are competition to each other, it's still a collaboration to a certain essence.
Yeah. So now it's public. Now y'all know.
Mhm.
Y'all go carry that back, because I do think that ever since I moved here, there's always been a thing of a lot of things happen public that's bad, and then when the reconciliation happens, that's not made public. I fall victim to that as much as anybody else that is a leader or someone who is niche within the community. But y'all take this as a starting point of knowing that these two particular relationships that have received a lot of heat between Eric Russ and them. And again, I am not here to defend, I'm here to get clear answers. A lot of these questions have been uncomfortable so far because I can see it, but I just want to make sure that y'all know those two relationships with those two heavy hitters, Miss Wanda, DJ Rude Boy. Eric has been working on those relationships, so y'all take that back and have conversations about that. So some critics would say that the Dallas scene can be supportive one day and then very critical the next day. Knowing that reality before going into owning Tkila's, how do you plan to maintain trust while running a business in the middle of all that?
It's the team. So
Mm-hmm.
with that, it's the people you have on your team, it's how we respond to certain events, and it's how we create events that supports the community. So community may one day say, "Hey, we love Tkila," but the next day the community may say, "Hey, we hate it." It's how we
Mm-hmm.
respond to it. What made them hate us? What can we do to fix it? How can we grow from it? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the best way of answering that part.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of events that I've attended that you have created for the community. You've received some backlash for some of them. One in particular, there's been some controversy surrounding it. And you mentioned earlier the Mr. Miss Tequila's pageant. What is the current status of the Mr. Independence pageant?
So the Mr. and Miss Independence pageant was actually a startup and also a test for me.
Okay.
Um, it was a learning point for me as well, the entire process, because I've never hosted a pageant before, which is why I
Hmm.
made sure the pageant was severely welcoming. We had DPD for security. It was free drinks
Hmm.
the entire event. I made sure the
Hmm.
stage was professional. I made sure the venue we was at was professional. And also the team that was working with it was also professional. The controversy from it, people would probably be angry with me by how I dealt with it,
Hmm.
because I don't really push it anymore. But the reason why I don't push it is because I started the process of purchasing Tkila. So there
Okay.
won't be a second Mr. and Mrs. The Independence. Now it will be a
Okay.
Mr. and Miss Tkila nightclub.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, transition. I mean, things happen. Change happens. It's the only thing that's constant, which is change. So people often say that the real test of leadership isn't the announcement, it's what happens after, and after the excitement fades. What do you want the community to see from you in the next few years that might change their perception of you?
Um, to be honest, I'm not sure. I ask myself that every day. The best I
Mhm.
can do is be the best of myself, better and be better than yesterday. The next 5 or 6 years pertaining to Tkila, I want people to see that Tequila's still here. I want people to see
Mhm.
Tkila grew, that we evolve, we stay with the times. I want people to see that we still have friendly faces and we
Yeah.
will always support.
Okay. That's plain, point blank, period. I put in the comments, we'll take a few questions, but if nobody comments, then we're just going to leave it there. My final question to you, though, from me is right now, if you listen to the conversations in the community, the opinions about Eric Russ are pretty mixed. Some people like you, some people don't. Some people listen to the rumors, some people don't. And some people mostly are rooting for you. When people look back a few years from now, keeping with the years, what do you hope your story is about your leadership and how that actually became?
Um, I had this conversation with a client of mine, and he said that it stuck with me. How people receive you is how they respect you. I want people to see my leadership as a person who's not scared to sit down and have those tough conversations, and a person
Mm-hmm.
that's not scared to say, I'm ready to learn more.
Yeah.
In the coming years, I want people to say, hey, he learned the nightlife. He understands that tequilas need to do certain things to stay above the water. Tequilas need to be certain things to stay great with the community. Um, but to be honest, the best thing I can say is come teach me. If you feel
Yeah.
that we're not doing something, if you feel that something is missing, or you feel that we're not doing enough, come talk to us. I
Mm-hmm.
got Facebook, I got Instagram. I'll give you a phone number. Let's talk.
Yeah. And you at the club every day, so y'all can go find them up there too. When it comes down to your efforts to unify the community, what do you think what advice or what call to action would you put out there to the other leaders within the community to help you with this charge of unifying the community?
Unifying DFW community, or this may be an ugly answer. Stop. Stop the drama. Have
Okay.
our community leaders right now that the current generation community leaders are 35 years of age and above.
Hmm.
Every other day is someone beefing with somebody. When we have a brand new generation of LGBTQ growing into our ranks,
Hmm.
stop. Like, it's, to be honest, as the owner of a club now, I'm seeing it from a different perspective. All the
Hmm.
club owners, we talk. I talk to different club owners from Houston, here in DFW, and we all just sit back and, like, we watch the social media, we listen to the conversations, we listen to the people who saying they're leaders, but you're
Hmm.
attacking people under you, you're attacking other competitors. Stop. I really
Hmm.
wish that no matter what the establishment is, they can just sit down and actually do something together and come together with clear minds. Yes, everybody
Yeah.
has their differences. Yes, everybody has their thoughts. But, and then the next thing is, there's too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Hello.
Far too many chiefs.
Yeah.
Um, until that's fixed, the DFW Black gay community will still is going to remain where it's at now, until
Hmm.
someone truly steps up. Um,
Yeah.
and I just hope I'm allowed to see the day when someone do step up and take that mantle, because I will
Yeah.
support. If I
Yeah.
see true unification, if I see true leadership, hell, if I see them sitting on the side of the road getting food for homeless, I will support that.
Yeah. There was one question that popped up, and this is going to be the final question of the evening. Which of your two companies, Texas Tactical Security and Tequilas, have most of your attention right now?
Right now, that has the most attention is tequilas, because I just purchased it. I got to make sure I lay down the groundwork for tequilas. The TTS, I have a great team that's going through with it, but my attention is with both. But my main priority is tequilas, to make sure everything is running the way it should be, with
Hmm.
me being the owner.
Okay. We do have another question. We're not going to get bombarded with questions, but I think this is a good question. Do you think that other promoters are gatekeepers?
By far, by
Mhm.
far, and not just promoters. You're pillars of the community. The response that I got, well, received when I publicly announced I owned the club, was horrible when it came from pillars of the community. They
Mm.
were sending out threats: don't hire this person, don't do business with this person. If you do this, we won't support you. I've had pillars say they come into the opening night, didn't show, but yet made
Mm.
a shady post on social media. And I'm okay with it, because everyone is their own person. But
Yeah.
what I'm not scared to say is, we're going to break those gates open. I don't care who you are. If you have talent, if you know you can bring a crowd, if you know you can do great, come talk to us. We can open that gate. I have a master stage behind me, a powerful sound system. Bring the crowd, showcase your stuff.
Yeah. I like that answer. There is another question, but we did address it, King, earlier, and that was pertaining to people's personal perception and actually following your leadership. So watch it on the playback to actually get that answer, because I don't want to beat a dead horse. Is there anything else that you would like to say on this live so we can go ahead and jump out of the group chat with all of these rumors and everything else? Is there anything else that you want to say publicly?
I do. I don't hate Marty's. I don't hate it. And that is the biggest rumor that's flying around. Eric is doing this to hurt Marty's. Eric's doing this to hurt Wanda. And that's not the case at all. Not at all. I respect Marty's as an establishment. They doing their thing. We doing our thing. I respect Miss Wanda's doing her show. She has her show. We have our show. We wish them well. Like I said, me and Rude Boy talk maybe 3 or 4 times a week. He get up late in the day because I know he work later than me at night. But we try our best to make sure we do not do anything that's going to cause public conflict or private. But we don't hate them. We respect them as just well respect the clubs on Cedar Springs.
All right. Well, there you have it. Eric has spoken. There was some very good. I told you it wasn't going to be that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I was nervous. That was my first interview.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be that bad, but I do appreciate you for coming to this conversation, being honest, setting some very clear statements so that if somebody wants to challenge them, they're very, very clear. It's been laid out in this live. This live will stay up. This can be a point of reference. Of course, there are going to be people out there who think there should have been better questions. There are going to be people out there that think there should have been better answers. But I believe that the questions in this conversation that we had is going to be a contributing factor to a new plateau for you, Tkilas, and the community.
Yes.
Because at the end of it all, if anybody else wants to have a conversation surrounding it, we can have a conversation. You can have a conversation. The door is open.
It is.
Officially. Okay. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna say some final things to the people, but enjoy your evening. I'm sure you got some stuff that you got to get together with Tkilas. And we'll talk soon.
All right, cool.
You guys, I really, really, really appreciate everybody that tuned in, whether it was on Facebook, whether it was on YouTube. This conversation, I believe, was definitely needed. I wish more people in the community would be open to having conversations. This, again, was not supposed to be a debate. This was not supposed to be a bashing session, because y'all know, the people that live in Dallas know when I come into these rooms, when I come to these meetings, and when I come and I start saying stuff, y'all be looking at me like, oh, is she finna read? I want to get to the bottom of it. We've gotten to the bottom of these major things. So as a person who loves the community, and if there's any viewers out there that love the Dallas LGBTQ community, take what this man said as bond. Take what he said as truth, because that's the only way that we can move forward. If you guys would like for me to continue to have these conversations, definitely let me know. That might be a thing that we do, but I appreciate each and every person that has watched and heard and listened, and that's open to progressing the community one conversation at a time. So, it is Ressie G, not Cardi B, but I still get to the money. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the ReVoyce YouTube channel, because there's a lot of stuff going on over there that you need to know about. In about 30 minutes, I'll be back live over on the channel with a panel. So make sure that you tune in. Go and patronize with Tkilas and have a good time. If you have any additional questions, do not bring them to me. Bring them to Eric, okay? And y'all continue to have a very fabulous week. We start off the week really good, and I'm sure that I'm going to hear about this conversation tomorrow. I appreciate you guys, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.